Hi friends, Right Careers welcomes you to another brand new video for this week. This is Yes Sudarshan, your career coach. We are almost on the verge of ending in April and then moving to May. If you are a parent, May presents a lot of challenges not only from the scorching heat but also from other factors to meaningfully engage your child during summer holidays. For some students, I know the vacation has already begun, and for some students or children, the vacation is about to begin. Now, cut back to 15 years, 20 years when you were a child or I was a child. What we used to do in summer camp, we used to visit families, we used to visit our friends, we used to visit our extended families, grandmother's house, so on and so forth, and had a great time or grand time, I should say. Cut back to today. Whether that's happening, yes, somewhere it's happening, but not everywhere. With the advent of nuclear family and also with the advent of shrinking spaces in shelter, visiting of extended families for more than 2 or 3 days is not becoming, a regular routine affair, and that presents an altogether different challenge for today's parents. Not only that, with the advent of gadgets, a lot of children, most of the children are not only glued to gadgets but are actually addicted to gadgets, I should say. Now you can't avoid gadgets because we live in an era where gadgets play a very important role. We cannot avoid children from using gadgets, but at the same time we can make them utilize their time in also some other better way in addition to gadgets, and that's where we all are living today. There are numerous summer camps, for example, that are there in the offing, but what is more important for you as a parent is to choose the right summer camp, because you will find summer camps across in your nearby locality. Some might be good, some might be bad, but how to choose the right summer camp for your child, and that's exactly going to be the topic for this week. So the topic for this week is choosing the right summer camp for your child. So we will see in various steps, step-by-step procedure as to how to choose a summer camp. The first step, if you ask me personally, is it's a very important step. It not only helps you choose the summer camp, it actually helps you understand your child, and that's exactly the first step, understanding of your children. Less than 10 years, the decision that you make with regards to your children is usually driven by you. Now, when the child grows, especially after 10, the conversation between the parents and children actually starts to shrink a little bit, because the child is also growing, the parent is also growing, though. So the conversation will actually shrink, and that's the reality today. Now, summer camp, if you ask me, is a great tool to bridge that gap, because this is one area where you can talk to your child, understand, because it's not that serious, right? It's not academically that serious as we all think. So you can talk to your child, understand the interest. Now, a child might have varied interests. Now, some might be natural, some might be influenced by friends. Now, if you are a parent who want to enroll your child, there is nothing hard and fast rule that you have to enroll in a camp that doesn't interest or excite your child, because these are very short summer camps. So even if it is influenced by a friend of your child, you shouldn't bother too much, because it's just going to be a short-term activity. Now, one more bit of advice in this is never ever enroll any camp because that excites you. You might want to learn something during your childhood, but you couldn't. So you want your child to learn that, don't do that, because that will backfire itself. So the first step that I thought is definitely understanding your child in this entire process of summer camp. The second step, or the most important step, if you ask me, is the safety aspect. Now, any form of involving child safety is of paramount importance, be it summer camp or winter camp or whatever it is, or day school, etc. So when you enroll for a summer camp, you got to be cautious, and vigilant when it comes to the safety factor. How to do that? You got to speak one-on-one with the summer camp organizer, with the coach, etc., etc. Especially if the activity is involving, an activity like swimming or trekking. You got to, speak to them and try to understand what are the safety measures and precautions that they will take, the organizers will take. Not only that, you can also speak to some of the other parents who have already enrolled before, so that you get a fair idea of the safety measures that are involved in summer camp. So that's the second step. The third step, as a parent, which is very important if you ask me, is the budget of the summer camp. Don't go too heavy on summer camps, because these are not going to be a serious career. These summer camps will definitely generate some kind of interest, spark some kind of interest, but it will not become a full-time career. So don't go too heavy on your purse as when it comes to summer camp. The whole objective of summer camp is to engage your children and also get some good time, good fun out of it. That's the whole objective. So don't go too heavy on your purse. And also there is a myth that the more you spend, the quality of the camp is better. No, that's a myth. Even, with an ordinary camp or a less budget camp, the fun quotient will definitely be there. So that's something which you can definitely consider. So that's a third step. The fourth step is definitely on the type of the summer camp, whether it's a day camp or overnight staying camp, etc., etc. If your child is below 10 years, I think you should not make them stay away from your house, because they will understand more during the daytime. Staying overnight elsewhere if your child is less than 10 is not advisable. Whereas if your child is about 9 or 10 or 11 or 12, something like that, staying outside for a day or two makes a lot of sense, because it not only makes them build on team building exercises, activities, etc., but also it will make your child learn the art of separation. Somewhere your child and you have to be separated at some point in time, right? It might not be immediate, but at some point in time for their higher education or during their employment. So I think 10, 11, 12 age is the right time where they can stay on their own. That separation thing can be developed. That's the fourth step. The fifth step that I can definitely think of is the kind of summer camp. There are numerous kind of summer camp that are there. Some are academic in nature, some are non-academic in nature. Now you are the best judge, your child is the best judge, and you are the best judge. I can give you some examples. If it's academic related, there are a lot of camps that offers academic related camps, like in the areas of coding in a fun way, robotics in a fun way. These not only make you learn or think science in a better way, but also in a fun way. So that's something that you can enroll. You can also admit them in some language classes, 30 days of Spanish or French or Sanskrit or whatever it is, and then a lot of other camps that involves practical usage of science and maths in a fun way. So these are some of the academic camps that I can think of. If your child is slightly old, slightly an adolescent, something like that, 14 or 15 or 16 years of age, there are numerous summer schools in India and also in the West. Say for example, Ashoka University or Flame University. Now, these are universities which typically organizes a 1-month summer camp where 11th standard student or 10th pass out student or 12th pass out students can go to those universities, spend 1 month in that university, get to learn about their immersion program, a finishing school model for schools, school to college program, something like that. So that's for slightly adolescent or mature child, I would say. And then there are a lot of other non-academic camps also. Non-academic camps are not lighter. For example, a camp, a skill like swimming or yoga. These are life skills where you can enroll your child, and make them, gift them with a life skill. Swimming or yoga is definitely. And then there are numerous sports camp, typical cricket, tennis, shuttle, TT, whatever it is. And then there are fine arts camp also, like singing, vocal, instrumental, etc. So there are numerous camps that are there in your vicinity, which you can definitely find out. The bottom line I'm trying to say is there are a general study has shown that children are becoming less social these days and more digital. That's the Kaladdin Kolam, we call it in Tamil. That's the order of the day. They become less social and more digital. Now, summer camps can help you overcome that to some extent, right? It can definitely help you overcome that extent, and therefore, as a parent, you need to encourage children, attend those camps, and then, take immense benefit out of the next 1.5 months, because last 2 years they've been inside and it's just 2 months that they went to the school. So making a enrolling them for a summer camp this year makes a lot of sense and relevance. And that's all I have for this week, and hope you enjoyed. And in case of any doubts regarding your summer camp, you can always, ping me. All the credentials are beneath. And until next Monday with altogether another video, see you all. Take care. Have a safe week and have a scorchy summer month ahead. Thank you so much.